I love this.
We Calgarians take pride in our work, in our outdoor spaces, and we put a lot of time and effort into making comfortable, beautiful homes.
Can't wait.
We also love our water features.
Beautiful.
And that's where we come in.
From crazy indoor water features to crafting your own outdoor nature paradise.
That's what we do. Join us as we show you what you can have with some imagination,
Heavy machinery,
and skillful hands.
we are Water by Design.
Here we are, Calgary Stampede, Western Oasis. Incredible opportunity, amazing job. We love this project and happy to be a part of it. Calgary Stampede is a huge part of Calgary, a big deal for Calgarians, and you know, it's a big deal for us.
This is one of these amazing jobs that we get to do year in, year out. So every year we're just trying to make it better and better, and we get better and better at it, and we always look forward to it. We work at night. Our single focus is on this job, and all of us together, it's fun. We bring in about 400 tons of rock into this area.
It's a lot of rock. It's a big space to fill. Time-sensitive job too, so a lot of planning. Once we hit that deadline, we run out of time. That's it, man. So we have to plan it, we have to execute it, and we got to get things done.
That's where we'll start the main 80 corner.
Just behind the information booth.
Yeah, okay. Probably have to again put rocks in here too. Yeah, this is what it always is.
Yeah.
And a 12 by 12 fit in there. We're talking rustic rock in there.
Western Oasis, super important. It's where my involvement with Water by Design began. Even long before I was a full-time employee here, I would come in and do the Oasis with these guys every year, place all the rock. And now that I work with them full-time, we do everything down there. It's awesome.
Stampede is just something that has grown our business throughout the years. We've basically been going, I bought in the second year of doing Stampede. We've been doing it for over 10 years. I think it's 12 years now of doing the Stampede.
He earned it.
It's a massive part of our story of where we're at right now.
What we're trying to do is have space so we can fit our rock in here to do our walls, and then fit a 16 by 16 foot pond pod that we made out of aluminum. So we just want to make sure everything's going to fit. 19.8 feet. So it is possible, because 2 feet on this side, 2 feet on that side. It still brings us down to 15.
Okay, we can start it.
We could start it.
What is
That's the way.
cost?
Building everything and the organic materials, different types of rocks, from granites to rustic to pebbles to fieldstone.
I remember the first time I went in and looked at this space for our first initial meeting, and what their challenge was to us. Can you fill this space with rock and water? Just make it into the Western Oasis. Yeah, of course we can. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is insane.
It's huge.
But challenge accepted. And yeah, we just rolled with the punches and killed it. Fence.
Yeah.
Yeah!
16 feet of fence. We could do a couple
Or-
of skinnies in the
exactly.
middle. Yeah, something
Break
like
it
that.
up.
You had two bubblers like that, or just?
No, when you say bubbler, it's the waterfall going into the pond.
Wow, yeah.
It's a lot, but
Or you start
That
one
would
in
look-
that corner. Again, the height
And then
would be
you'd-
the issue too, and then bring it into here.
Yeah,
you
you'd
could still
move it
have
over
a
and
bubbler
offset
on
it.
this side, and then you could have the waterfall that starts over there and then comes into it. But we're talking tons of wood.
tons of wood, tons of time.
We spent 12 days building this. Hundreds of thousands of people see it over 10 days, and then we got to tear it down in 5. So it's very much boom, boom, boom. If we do the 18 feet wide and it's 55 feet and we curve it, we're taking over a third. So really a third and then a third on either side for plants, and that'll look good.
Forget about the waterfall. It's
yeah,
too much.
it's too much. It'll be noisy and everything.
Like, yeah, it's too much.
And like 10 grand in wood.
That's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
about.
Gonna cut this in half now so that we can lay it on the ground and give a little bit of protection, but These are like 3,000 pound boulders now that we're talking about indoors. So just kind of gives a little bit of scratch protection to the floor. But obviously if we drop any, we're gouging the concrete pretty bad. So it's gonna be a night for Adrian of just focusing and going slowly, kind of getting a good grip on the rock, on the plywood, and then slowly putting them in place and not being too fussy because we don't want to risk it. He's probably gonna have to lift, you know, 200 rocks around here that are each 3,000 pounds. We want to make sure that we don't gouge any of the cement or cause any issues that way. So it's kind of a lot slower process than outdoors.
The area of the Western Oasis is 100,000 square feet.
So to put it into perspective for you, those of you who don't know, that's roughly the size of 2 city blocks. It's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
When I first started doing this job with Water by Design, I would usually come in for 3 nights for sure, maybe 4 sometimes, place all the big rock, and then I would take off because I had another job I had to get back to. But once I started working with these guys full time, I realized how much work it takes to take it from that point with the rock to a finished product that's ready for the public with all these functional features, no leaks, all the plant material.
Need a truck or a fleet for a seasonal job? Don't lease it, rent it. Shagganappy GM now offers short-term rentals for our entire lineup of Chevy and GM trucks. Shagganappy GM and Cobalt Rentals. This is the new way.
We need to replace our kitchen cabinets.
You've come to the right place.
We have an idea, but
You can sit down with one of our designers. That's one way we try to make your life easier.
I don't want to be assembling cabinets on my weekend.
Hey, the only Ellen you'll ever need is that guy.
Renovating is fast and easy with the help of our cabinet experts.
I love these cabinets.
No longer a contractor's best kept secret. We provide pre-assembled cabinets right here in the great city of Calgary. Get your cabinets right here.
We at The Landscape Artists have been transforming Calgary landscapes for 40 years, serving this city and surrounding areas with smartly designed creative outdoor living spaces. Crafting your outdoor oasis has never been easier with amazing results. You'll enjoy working with our creative design team as we take your vision from dream to a reality. You deserve a place to unwind, a place to think, and a wonderful place to entertain. Call our firm today for your free consultation. The Landscape Artist, award-winning design and construction.
I've done major renovation before, and I met them, and I was just so comfortable with them. Well, this is my sanctuary, and I want a peaceful, quiet place. I wanted a place that's welcoming. I love having company, and especially my family. That's the most important thing. Every Sunday, usually my family's here. And I just wanted a place where we can all be together.
The rocks are the most dramatic thing that we see in the water features, but a lot of the work just goes into finishing it and making it look good and get it ready for the public.
This is not the night to have trucks late. It makes me really upset. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe traffic, maybe nighttime driving, but to be sitting around during Stampede is just the craziest thing.
Yeah, there's always stuff like this that happens, and you work with these companies and you say, we got to work at night, and they say, yeah, and then the time comes and they've worked all day because they didn't plan for it. Now they don't want to work at night, and they can screw you over that way.
Working these night shifts, and we try not to overextend ourselves on other projects when we're doing this, but we still have maintenance to take care of, and we usually have another job on the go, so there's a good chance that during the day we're probably working a few hours too. So we're very, very busy when we're doing this.
I mean, this is downtown Calgary, so when we're dropping off this rock, boom, 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 like the rumble, the bass, man, you can hear it in all these buildings around the Oasis. People must be like, what is going on?
These guys again.
Yeah, it's us again.
Safety first.
Oh,
Safety first.
no, I'm gonna write them up. He's getting written up right now. Right now. Just got to keep things flowing, keep things going, and keep everybody happy. I mean, our prime focus is on the Western Oasis, but we have other projects, other clients that they understand that this is going on because we're very open and upfront with people. But that being said, we still need to focus on other things that are going on in our business.
We completely cover the liner. You can't see any liner whatsoever. We also don't want liner exposed so the public can see it, maybe play with it, and that could cause a problem. If this liner ever comes undone and falls into the pond, then we get water on the floor, and for a venue like this, that just can't happen.
Plus the rocks have to be stable. There's hundreds of thousands of people coming through here. They can't fall over, they can't wobble. Everything's got to be structurally sound and stable, so it's important that he gets those nice fits and those flat bottoms down and locks them in. Another big thing about this that a lot of people don't know is we can't drop these rocks on the floor, okay? It's very expensive. If we drop a rock, we're talking about 1,000, 2,000 pound boulders. So we make a big divot, a big crater. It costs money. We have to fix it and repair it. So again, making sure you have a good grip on those rocks and you don't drop those rocks and we don't cause any damage and we don't have to deal with that. So again, props to 80 for just being a professional at what he does.
Bringing in a bunch of these rocks already. Just kind of pick them and place them as we go here.
We got our liner in now, and we're gonna go over top again with another layer of underlay for two reasons. A, it's gonna protect our liner from jagged edges and sharp rocks, and we don't wanna compromise the liner. B, when the underlay is wet, it's black, jet black. So when we put our rocks on top, on the floor of the pond, our flat river rocks, in between those spaces, it's just black. Where the liner, you can see it. So it doesn't look nearly as good. We learned this after a couple years of doing this. When that stuff's wet, it's black. So it works really good for not only protecting the liner, but keeping that base nice and black. We also use underlay in this project to go over our pumps as well, and then it hides them. So we'll situate our pump in a corner that's out of a focal point, or the easiest corner to hide, let's say, and then we'll go with some underlay over top and then bup with some rocks, and you'll never even see it. So keeps it simple, doesn't cost nothing, and just looks better all around.
Is your house feeling dated, or are you just wanting a fresh new look? Whether you're listing a property, have multiple rentals that need maintenance, or want to make your home feel new again, with same-day painting, you're in good hands. We love painting your homes, and we have the manpower for any commercial job as well. With a 30-day warranty, 6-point inspection, and a full color consultation, our dedicated team of qualified professionals will deliver the highest quality job. Same-day painting. More than paint, it's peace of mind.
How important is your roof to you? EuroShield, your smart choice in roofing. EuroShield, environmentally friendly rubber roofing systems. Hail, heat, wind, rain and snow. Bring it on. Alberta made for any kind of extreme weather. For life. Built from recycled material. Built to endure. Built to cover your home in style. EuroShield, the best choice for your home. Greening the earth, one roof at a time.
We didn't have to make them so comfortable, but we did. Toto.
We got to make sure we get her done.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing that can happen, you get into a build like this and you don't finish it. Time-sensitive job, have to finish it. And not only that, it's nice to have a little bit of time to go through and tweak things and perfect things at the end and just give it that finishing touch. You don't want to be rushed. It's never a good feeling to have to rush through a project and sprint to the finish line. The crazy thing is we have 12 days to build this display. From a blank canvas to the full-on Oasis, waterfalls, ponds, bubblers, plants, shrubs, trees, rock walls, fences, cabins, life-size bronzes, water walls, rain curtains. I mean, it's hard to not get carried away in a space like this, but we have to be careful and we have to talk about it, especially me, because I like to just go off. I'm down there every day just to check on the water features, just maintenance, of course. Thousands of people are through there day in and day out. That's hundreds and thousands of fingers in the features, touching things, and yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't live too far away. I actually ride my bike down there, and it's such a big space. I can ride around inside, feature to feature to feature, check on things. We've got things perfected now down at the Oasis, so I know what to look for. I know which water features need to be topped up every couple of days, and just got it dialed in. And yeah, it's really cool.
Going really good. Water testing went perfectly, so we have no concerns there. And now it is a matter of getting all the details done. We kind of go into check it off mode and just start completing each individual thing till it's done. As we go on here, you can see there's less and less space. So it's all about getting the big stuff done with all the big equipment. Yeah, feeling pretty good though. This is 10th time we did this. I'd say I feel 1 or 2 most confident after the halfway point. So last shift, we got the shipment of about 50 trees, all of our plants and plant material that we have to move all around. So lots of last night was making sure the poly was all set up, and then it's like a 4-man operation. When I was running the trees in, Adrian's swinging them in with the excavator, and then Kyle and Kevin are kind of placing them as we go, and we just that was like 6 hours straight of that, of just getting the trees in here and making sure they're all set up. And yeah, so tonight's more focused back on the water features, getting them finished up and getting them running, make sure everything's flowing exactly the way we want.
This rock's been around for 10 years?
Yeah.
They actually made a mold of the rock.
Yeah.
And then we got the rock after, and we used it on a few Stampedes. We've manipulated it through the years, adding coring to it, adding lighting to it.
We got to keep things nice and tight. We still want to create this like wall of nature now. We used to bubble it way out and have trees and plants and whatnot, but again, it's all about space, it's all about seating, it's all about getting people in here and to spend their money, not only on art, on wine, on food, and everything else that the Western Oasis has to offer. And just when it's dark in here, it's going to create more shadows, it's more color, it's life because it's plants, and it just softens everything. All that brown and that burlap, and now we've added red and white and green and color, and it's beautiful. Sometimes just the littlest things can have the biggest impact on a water feature, and just everything just comes together.
Hi, I'm Pete the Plumber, here with Mike from Calgary Renovations. Mike, how do you tackle kitchens?
Kitchens are really, really important. They're the absolute heart of the home, so they take a little extra time and care to get it right, because it's really the hub for your family, for your friends, and it's the gathering place for everything that you do.
And with that attitude, that's why I always recommend Mike from Calgary Renovations.
Calgary Renovations. Beautiful spaces built right.
When you have a Canada outdoor kitchen, you get more out of life. Add a whole new dimension to how you use and enjoy your home. Enjoy family and friends, and extend your outdoor cooking, dining, and living experience for up to the entire year. Canada Outdoor Kitchens. Dream big, live well.
Welcome to Pacific Hut, where great food and great people come together. Classic Filipino dishes and delicious all-day breakfasts in comforting Filipino-style cooking. Bring your family and come in today. Pacific Hut.
Your experience with Legacy Kitchen starts with a visit to our showroom, where our designers and craftsmen are committed to creating a kitchen that suits your home and lifestyle. We coordinate every aspect of the design and renovation process, taking you from an idea to reality. For over 3 decades, we have proudly served Calgary homeowners and home builders with premium kitchen design and renovations. Legacy Kitchens, we are with you all the way.
Welcome to the Western Oasis. We're gonna go into this whole area that we've been creating for the last 2 weeks, putting everything together. And it starts all off with our beautiful water wall that has our caption of Welcome to Western Oasis, and has a picture of Jasper National Park. We just finished literally this morning about 12 hours ago, and now we get to enjoy what we've been working on for the last 2 weeks. We have a whole bunch of people here, VIP guests to the artists, so we're gonna go check out the whole space now.
We're at the Western Oasis at the Calgary Stampede. It's a showcase of some of the finest art in Western Canada, all put together in this incredible environment with, obviously natural elements that we've brought indoors at the greatest outdoor show on earth. Well, this is going on our 10th year that we've been incorporating water into sort of an Oasis type environment at the Stampede. The first year was actually called the Stampede Oasis, and we didn't have the art all around that's inspired. It's been 9 years, obviously, since we've had the Western Oasis here. And we've been working in collaboration with our Western Art Showcase Committee, and they put together something incredible with Water by Design.
Rod's been a huge part of our success with this, and he's a really good friend of ours now, and we got to thank him for this opportunity.
Definitely.
And
thank you, Rod.
Thank you, Rod Tate.
So now we're coming up to the entrance of the wine gardens. You can see they've had these images displaying off these sheets. Kind of have the rock work all around the wine garden, encompasses the whole area. People go through these entrances, and this is where you would enjoy a glass of wine over the course of the Stampede. Tons of trees and plants and bushes that we use the rocks to hide, and then we put about 20 tons of bark mulch all around the floor to help hide it, make everything just look perfect. A cool area, no water features, but very much feeling like outdoors has come indoors, and that's kind of the feel that they're really going for.
Takes me back to that, just when we're there, it's funny, time flies by, and you always mark things by things that happen in the year, and Christmas is one of them, and summer vacation and that kind of thing. And now Stampede is one of those things for us. It's Stampede time of year.
Yeah.
Now we're coming up to the water feature within the wine gardens. These are our basalt columns. We have a 10-foot, a 6-foot, and a 4-foot basalt columns. They all have lights on the top. And the whole idea was to have the water come gently down. People are trying to enjoy their wine, their food, so you don't want anything too overboard. So it's just kind of a nice, subtle water feature, kind of in the background for people to enjoy while they're enjoying their food and drink.
Well, I think back to the number of years that we've had, and I think back to the water curtains. Those are always my favorite. So the water curtains are amazing, but I'd take any of these. They're fantastic. I can only imagine it in my backyard or front yard, actually, because they're truly showstoppers.
And you'll see when we come up to this cabin, there's tons of pebbles that go along the side, and of course, is a big attraction. Tens of thousands of people are going to walk through here, which means tens of thousands of kids that are grabbing the pebbles and throwing them in the stream bed that we have to grab each day and pull them out. And I did try and convince Kevin to not put pebbles on there this year and put bigger rocks in the hopes that we wouldn't do it, but Kevin could not help himself. He had to finish it off with the pebbles, so we're going to be picking pebbles. So we got our waterfall starting up top here, comes down, goes around our rustic cabin. We got the plants in the windowsills. Again, nice big rustic rock going along the outside. And then when we come around to the front, We have 2 independent water blades that are running out of the windowsills and our catch pond down here. So this one is, the intention is to try and create an actual scene that maybe you would find somewhere out in the west where you'd have an old beaten down cabin with a stream bed running by, and it's supposed to give a feel of, you know, maybe how something looked in the old west. So that's what we're trying to accomplish with this.
Just speaking of the cabin and all those different elements in there, we really should recognize all the volunteers that set that up too, because they do a ton of stuff in that space and they're all just there volunteering their time. It's just because they love the community and
they love the Western Oasis and the Stampede, and that's what it's all about, man. Calgary's huge about the Stampede, and that's a big part of our community and just Calgary life. So it's awesome to be a part of this.
Yeah, that organization is Western Showcase.
Yeah.
No, you know what? They're probably some of the most genuine guys I've ever met, and it's been an honor in all honesty to work with them because we can have real conversations. These guys do amazing work, and they'll overcome any challenge. You know, they're willing to come to the table and work to make anything great.
This one has been at the show a couple times. It's a favorite of ours. It is a 11,000 pound boulder rock, 3 holes in it. It's got the light holes up top now. It just looks amazing with the light. You can just see the water dancing off of the rock. And then just every direction for this rock, there's a little intricacies to it, so you get different waterfalls, different sounds depending on where that water's flowing over the rock.
We really worked together to create this really majestic space, and including the wine bar and the water, and it just really brought all of the artists together, and it made it such a better space for everybody. So we really tried to bring the outdoors in. Just over the years, we've gotten so used to these guys and working with them, and our relationship has grown so much, and now everything just seems to happen seamlessly, and it's a really great relationship with these guys.
Craig's a huge part of this, organizing, planning, designing, everything else.
He's been involved with Western Showcase as long as we've been doing this, so we've worked with Craig, and he's kind of always been the point man, even though he kind of, you know, they rotate every year who chairs the committee, and so we appreciate all those people that are a part of it, but Craig's generally our point man that we talk to for it.
Yeah, we got a good relationship with him. We appreciate everything he's done for us. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, Craig.
If nobody's seen the Western Showcase, the Western Oasis, and what Water by Design does for us, they got to come down to the Stampede and really see this space. It's such a great outdoor space that we brought indoors for everybody to come and enjoy.